What is going on YouTube? This is a first of a, I don't know, hopefully a multi-part series that I'm going to do, explaining to you guys how I got involved in thrifting, the reselling game, and mainly what kind of items I sell. I do own a legit business. I own a gym, so it's like my 9 to 5. It's more like midnight to midnight, but yeah, so I do own a gym. We're actually in my gym office right now. It's up above my gym. So I've kind of converted this into my little like blast from the past time capsule. That's where I store all my thrift finds. Mainly, what got me started into flipping was as a young kid. I started out with baseball cards. I even got suspended from school for selling Viagra pins that I got from my mom's doctor's office. I would get boxes full of Viagra pins, and then I would just sell them at school for a couple bucks a pin because, you know, Viagra just came out and it was funny. We're 15-year-old kids and we're walking around with Viagra pins. So I've always been like a hustler, a reseller, whatever you want to call it. I've always had some type of side hustle on top of my regular job. Multiple streams of income is the key. No one's ever gotten rich by one stream. So how I got started in like the vintage clothes stuff is actually my now 9-year-old. When he was 6, he started with $100 of birthday money, told me he wanted to start a business where he would just buy stuff, resell it, make money. So I started taking thrift stores. I watched him turn $100 into $1,000 of cash, and he kept about 20 pairs of shoes for himself. So at that point I was like, man, I can do this on a larger scale than his $100 capital. So I still do thrift with him. Time's just a little more, you know, thin, I guess is the word you could say. I don't have a lot of time with him to go thrift because of his school and his sports schedule. So we try hitting on the weekends. Every now and then if I'm out and about and I see something, I'll pick it up and, you know, let him resell it. But yeah, so I started this just for extra cash, really just to pay for his wrestling, and now my youngest son wrestles too, so now it pays for both their wrestling. But very quickly it became like an obsession, and you buy 5 shirts, you sell a couple, you buy 5 more shirts, you sell a couple, you buy 5. Eventually you have like 700 shirts, jackets, hats. I mean, I got a golf bag, tote full of tennis shoes, you name it. So over the course of last year, I got a little bit more serious with it, and I was able to make roughly like $26,000, $27,000. That's just on Mercari, Depop, and eBay. That doesn't include local sales, which I probably made in there $1,000 or $2,000 on local sales. Again, I own a gym. I got a lot of young dudes who are into fashion, especially vintage. They come up here, they shop. They get the homie hookup though, so I don't make as much off them as I would say eBay. But my goal for the year is I would like to make 50 grand thrifting and reselling profit, 50 grand profit. I haven't really been buying a ton, but what I have been buying, I've had pretty good margins on. So I just picked up probably like a 70-piece bundle off of one of my buddies who was, you know, in the thrifting game for a while. He's heading south, just wanted to get rid of all the stuff. So I picked up all the stuff, and I've already made my money back, and I have a ton of stuff yet to sell out of that deal. Another buddy of mine, I bought his you know, his inventory. So I've just been kind of buying out inventory from local, I don't want to call them competitors, because with like the thrifting world, I don't compete with other people. It's not that serious. It's just a side thing. But yeah, I've been buying out, you know, their stuff. I don't know. I enjoy the hunt. I think the hunt's the best part, and I love finding stuff from my childhood. I do find it funny when kids on like social media pages refer to me as, 1, an old head, I'm 35, and 2, try to explain to me about the 90s as if I didn't grow up in them. I did. And half the stuff you guys are rocking, you got beat up for. So to each their own. But I laugh at some of the stuff that I see that's like popular now, and I'm just like, God, we would have never wore that. Or some of the stuff is back. It's like, damn, I had that. You know, like when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed having a Chicago Bulls starter jacket because kids were getting like shot for them. And my mom was all scared. And now I have probably 15 starter jackets. I even had a Chicago Bulls one. I wore it. Didn't really fit, but I wore that damn thing. Just to say I had it. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling on. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna start doing like some trip to the thrift videos. I'm gonna start showing you guys different like places to pick up, you know, shipping materials. I'll show you guys, you know, some of my sales and the profit margins off of it, how like I market, just a lot of stuff like that. There's not too much vintage thrifting stuff out there, I don't feel like, as far as content wise. I think you'll see a lot of stuff for sale, but you see very few guys actually out there filming stuff. And the ones that are, they're so far ahead of the curve, like you're not gonna be able to compete with them. And that's you know, that's not my goal. My goal is to kind of really help someone who is kind of in a financial tough spot and or just wants some extra cash, to show you guys how to do this and how easy it is to make money. It is 2020. If you're not making money, you are fucking lazy. Sorry. You have a cell phone, you have the internet, it's got a camera on it. You're fucking lazy if you're not making money. It's so easy to make money in 2020. You should never be broke. Ever. So, yeah, that's my spiel. So, stay tuned, and I'm gonna try growing this channel a little bit. I'm new to the whole like YouTube stuff, so it's not gonna be like super fancy and cool looking, but it should provide you guys with some good content.